Alright, welcome back to another PvP pet battle video. I'm going to be doing some more battles for the very best. I'm doing them all on my rogue, but I'm just picking up the quest on my alts, so... Ooh, very cool. We have a sewer pipe jelly showdown, but I'm not sure exactly what his strategy is because I have a clone dance, while the only thing he can buff his hit chance on is bone barrage, as far as I can see. But it should still be really fun. The matchup looks really good for me. Even though he has kind of strong damage against me for the most part, I have a really nice clone dance. So, well, let's see what happens. It's gonna be doing some great RNG. Right off the bat, it hits his two backline pets without even a hit chance modifier. Now it's gonna start doing a lot of damage. Now I wonder, is he gonna go for Hawkeye first? If he does, I might actually be able to two-shot him, because I'm gonna hit him, take away his racials, slow him. Cyclone's gonna land, and there's a very high chance that this will kill him. If it crits, it kills him, and if it hits high, it kills him. So that was a really, really good turn of events for me, because that flyer was what really scared me. Now I'm really in such a great position that doesn't particularly matter what I do. I will probably go to my infinite hatchling, throw out another cyclone. Might die here because he's going to do that same setup on me, but I got lucky and got the crit while he did not, so that's kind of GG. I'm going to go ahead and throw out that intemporal anomaly. I ought to survive a a tentacle slap. Probably gonna die here, but I have the slow on his team, just so that my other pets will be faster than his pets. So I'm gonna bring in the sewer pipe, the sewer pipe jelly on my team, just to buff that hit chance on Cyclone. It landed on the aquatic, which is really the important pet. I'm going to be able to slow him with a squeeze, and a crit's going to put him within kill shot range of a tentacle slap. Nice. It wasn't a guaranteed kill, but I'm getting a lot of crits. So he has that rain dance up, but I don't think that his marionette will be able to take out my Crusher for sure, and probably not even my sewer pipe jelly, just because of all that weak damage. Alrighty, so there's a pretty simple win. I actually two-pet that team. That's how strong this infinite hatchling cyclone is. I'll go ahead and heal just to keep myself from dying. Alrighty. So, let's see what else we can play with. This team's a lot of fun, but I don't want to use a Wicked Soul. He's one of the strongest tier 1 pets. I could play with Spooky Dookie. This team struggles. It looks like such a great team, but it just does so bad if I play against even one mechanical, because I have no elemental damage, and the Alpine Foxling is so susceptible to mechs. On paper, it looks like it should do fairly well against, say, a Darkmoon Tonk or something, because, hey, you can... or Darkmoon Zeppelin, because hey, you can remove decoy with your with your Death and Decay and Flurry. But the reality is you don't want to be using either of these two pets against a mech because you have the weak magic damage and you have the beast pet taking extra damage, so it's really, really not so strong if I run into mechanicals. But pretty great otherwise. Alrighty. Water Spirit, Newbie Idol, Shawling. Huh. I think I've got this. What's he gonna open with? Probably one of these two. Probably this. Most likely this. I'm gonna open up with my Spooky Spectre. Throw down a Death and Decay. He's throwing out a Whirlpool. We'll go ahead and wait a minute. I feel like he's gonna dive here. So I'm going to dodge. Oh, nope, no dive. I called it wrong. I'll still dodge the Whirlpool though, so it's okay. Start stacking up Arcane Blasts. Oh, he's swapping into the Gooey Shawling. I didn't realize this had a speed breed available. That's actually kind of a cool pet with that breed. What is he probably running? Probably Death and Decay, Darkness. Actually, both of these are equally good. Don't really care about the healing debuff. In case he has Darkness, I think now is a good time for me to bring in the Foxling. Creeping Ooze, huh. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and buff my speed. Throwing up lots of dots here. Still haven't figured out which one he has, but I'm assuming Breath of Sorrow since he hasn't used Call Darkness yet. But you never know. I'm gonna go ahead and crouch. Those dots are actually gonna do quite a bit of damage to me, and fortunately he's bringing in the Pandaren Water Spirit. That's actually great for me because I do terrible against the Anubis Idol. That Whirlpool is going to kind of force me to swap just so I can dodge it with my Restless Shadeling. I'm assuming he's running the heal since he hasn't used Dive yet. I'm gonna have to use a dodge here to avoid that Whirlpool. And he's just gonna spam that damage. That's okay. I think I'm just gonna start stacking up Arcane Blasts. I'm not actually gonna have an out for that next Whirlpool. Oh, but he's gonna swap. Okay, that's cool. I kind of want to stay in. I don't want to swap too much because he has some pretty strong pets. As far as matchups against me. May as well dodge. I mean, I want to save the dodge for the Rupture, but especially since he's not using that Sandstorm yet, I kind of just want to go toe-to-toe with him. Oh, nice. Okay. Am I going to be able to dodge that Whirlpool in time? I think just barely. I think so. I'm going to go ahead and throw up that Death and Decay. I'm really glad he hasn't used Sandstorm or Darkness if he has it. That's really making this a lot easier. There's a heal. I'm going to dodge that Whirlpool here. And just keep going to town with this Arcane Blast ramped up. Oh, there's the Shawling. I think I'm just going to start doing... I'm just going to take the darkness on him. I'm not really high enough health on my Alpine Foxling to really make use of the weak damage. Also, I didn't technically know he had called darkness. It was just an educated guess. Because he has 2 elementals on his team. And another pet that can change it if he needs to. I guess I may as well just do an Arcane Blast. And then I'll probably bring in the Foxling just so that I can kind of soak that Whirlpool on my next turn and die. Oh, that was an incredibly helpful triple hit because it meant he couldn't get his heal off. I'm just going to go for a Flurry. I really hope he kills me with a Rupture here. No, he used Sandstorm. Alrighty. I still should do okay. A Ghostly Bite kills him. So I'm just going to go for that. If it misses, no problem. I'll be able to use it again at the end of the... whenever Sandstorm is gone. And it did land, so... Sweet. What else do I have? Play with some of these teams. Don't want to play with South Park. That's gonna not do so great if I run into a how do you call it? An idol. This team will do really well against idols. It has that power Sinjin fetish. Squirky's really good at going toe-to-toe with idols, and then yeah, I finally changed my name on the Enchanted Broom. I liked the old name, but it was pretty bad. Alrighty, Rematch. He likes to open with the Pandaren Water Spirit. So, I can do a couple things. I can Seer Magic. I can dot him. I can bubble it. What's my best bet? I'm gonna start with Squirky. Just go for a Clubber. Get in a cheap Fish Slap if he decides to stay in. He'll probably swap. Squirky's so good against this team because, well, yeah, that Agony actually hurts, so I am going to swap, not take that. My Enchanted Broom is pretty worthless here, unfortunately. Can't even clean up Whirlpools. It doesn't work. So I might go ahead and actually take... nah. Nah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the dots on the Enchanted Broom just because I'm ridiculously bad against his entire team. Just kind of use this to wait for my... Ooh, nice. And I know he's running Rupture, so I'm just gonna sweep him right out before he can do anything. Get on out of here, you silly idol. Nobody likes you. I'm going to bring in the Fetish. Throw up an Immolate. Nice, he healed for nothing. And then I will remove the Whirlpool so it won't hit me. That dot is kind of forcing him to stay in. Nobody likes swapping out with dots on them. And I'll just go for... Oh, he's gonna swap with a dot on him? That's an interesting choice. I'm going to Immolate and then Seer Magic. Probably gonna go for the Creeping Ooze. No more dots on me, he has a dot on him. I'm gonna go ahead and soak those, the Call Darkness or the other dots on my Enchanted Broom. I'll go for a cleanup because it will kill him. Or just do nice damage to the idol. And then of course I will sweep out the idol. It should bring in the Water Spirit, which is an okay matchup for me. It's actually one of my better matchups. even though I have the weak damage with batter, just because I am faster and there's no sandstorm or nothing. So there's a double, there's a heal. Do I want to bother with removing the whirlpool? Having a magic to soak the whirlpool is honestly a good enough counter. I don't really care. And my magic pet's done good enough work here against his team that my other two pets will easily take care of those little health pets. That being said, do I really want to let my enchanted broom die? The answer is yes, but I feel kind of bad about that. Oh well. Oh, nice. I'm gonna be able to kill that idol. And if I win the coin toss, also the shawling. Who I'm assuming is coming in. Yeah. How did I predict that? Nice. Oh, that's fantastic. I don't have to let my my broom die after all. Alrighty, so there's 3 wins. Still want to run something that'll do good against an idol, so that's gonna kind of limit my options for teams I can play. Wormy Tunkins isn't too bad, I suppose. How would Clone Dance do against him? This would be not the best matchup. A lot of kind of ticky-tacky damage. I could use Alex Surprise. Let's see here. Oh, Spooky Bubbles. Spooky Bubbles is really a good team. Royal Peachick high tier 2, Squirky high tier 2, Restless Shadeling high tier 2 if he has Dazzling Dance up. I like this team. Royal Peachick's just there to support the other two, and the other two pets easily counter his team. With that idol being really weak to the Restless Shadeling, and then Squirky will easily take care of those pesky elementals. Alrighty, fantastic. We have a new team. My matchup is pretty stinking good though. Like, Graves is the only thing that gives me trouble, and I'm gonna have a really strong matchup here for sure. And he has the wrong breed of the yellow-bellied bullfrog. Alrighty, well, let's see what we can do. I don't think I have that pet though, so I'm jealous about that. I'm just gonna open with my Squirky. Go ahead and just throw out a stun, probably bubble to protect myself from that Graves' AoE, or potentially later on soak a liftoff or a deep breath. I don't think bubble is broken by Swarm of Flies, by the way. I think Swarm of Flies just goes straight through it. Now, what do I want to do? Do I want to swap into my pet with undead damage against the frog and takes extra damage from the frog? Or do I... Yeah, okay, I realized that was a stupid question the instant I asked it. That's why I started explaining how stupid it was. Sarcastically. Well, he's gonna swap into the Onyxian Whelpling. There's no way he's not. So I'll go ahead and throw up my Dazzling Dance so that I can swap out instantly. Oh, nope, he went for that Frog Kiss. Now he should swap. If he doesn't swap now, that's kind of silly. No, he's... What a brave frog. What a very brave frog. Yeah, PDU will be You will be missed. Now, highest health pet. That's my restless shadeling. Awesome. Oh, I dodged a clobber. Alrighty. Well, I'll just go for a death and decay. I'm expecting an AoE here. Oh. Well. It's a good thing that wasn't a costly guess. Yeah, he's just going for skull tosses. He doesn't care about AoE. He just doesn't like my restless shadeling, so he's going to try to nuke him down. He might bring in the bullfrog, but I'm faster than him, so even with my weak damage, he's just too low health to really do anything. There's the AoE. It's actually not going to hit my bubbles, because remember, he still has 2 rounds of bubble. Now he has 1, obviously. That Nixian Drake might actually give me some trouble. But I'm not too worried about it. It'd be kind of funny if he clobbered me right now. It wouldn't accomplish anything. He totally did. Alright. Well... Oh, it actually does accomplish something. It lets him throw up his Cleansing Rain. So I'll bring in my Royal Peachick. Oh, he went for the Frog Kiss. Well, that paid off. I totally take back what I said about... I'm gonna bring in Squirky. About that clobber not being worth it. Frog Kiss ought to... Fish Slap will kill him even on the lowest end, so... There we go. I have my cooldowns up on Squirky, so I'm going to go ahead and Fish Slap here. Squirky is ridiculously good against the Onyxian Whelpling. I'm going to go ahead and bubble here. I'll go for a Fish Slap. Alrighty. I was expecting him to have the heal. Well, I'm just gonna stun him now. Can I go for a Fish Slap? I'll go for another one, unless he crits with a Lift Off or Deep Breath. He's just gonna die, and he is gonna just die 2 dots here, so. Alrighty, well I was a little bit scared of him, but he's just a little bit too slow to be have a chance against Squirky. So there's another one. I think I just need one more win. I'm gonna play with Rick and Morty. I just love this team. It's so much fun. It's just amazing how much synergy these pets have together. They really complement each other well. Moon, of course, buffing the speed on Turkey. Marionette providing a decoy breaker, as well as humanoid damage and undead damage. Moon really hurting birds if you run into those. Turkey being able to actually take care of undeads as a humanoid, which is kind of funny. And then Turkey's actually pretty... Here's what this team is surprisingly good at doing. Is it's surprisingly good at taking out Tarot Claws, because... I mean, maybe not that surprising if, you know it's happening. But you have Moon, who can get faster than them with Dazzling Dance. He can crouch while they're dodging, and then he hits them hard if they don't use their heal with Moonfang. If they do use their heal, no problem. You just bring in Turkey, throw up that aquatic dot. That dot will just tear through them. It'll actually do just about as much damage, almost as much damage every round as their heal. Basically just totally canceling it. And then you just do damage with dots, and the only real tier 1 pet that just super gives this team problems is, well, I guess Blossomy Ancient, of course, but the Emperor Crab is the main one that you'll see a lot of, because it is such a dotty, ticky-tacky damage team. Some of your dots are undead. So if you run into an Emperor crowd with this team, you're probably going to lose. But other than that, it's just a fun team that does it does surprisingly well. What's its win rate at? 73%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, I should work on this team. What did I try last time? I tried that humanoid, and I lost to a Rich Girls. Was that it? Yeah, I remember I lost to Rich Girls because the Bloodbeat crit my humanoid for like 90% of its health. So I wasn't even able to throw out a mines. Oh, here's another thing. Well, I'm gonna try to stay in queue. Well, I'll try re-queuing. But I created a team. Did I save it? It's a good team. Oh, I never played with that team. That looks like a lot of fun. But I created a counter team for Nathan's Triple Darkness team. And it's going to go in my tier 1 slot. Let me recreate it real quick. So, you have your Wicked Soul. So if they have a Bone Serpent, they like to open with it. No problem, just throw a haunt on it. If they have a Darkness Bird, just throw up your haunt. If your haunt misses on the darkness, just forfeit. You know, like what are you gonna do about a 10% chance? But just throw up a haunt, then you have a nice strong dot on the bird. And if they bring in the Phosphor Rat, then well, try to predict if that's gonna happen and bring in something else, like the Alpine Foxling, who is the other pet. Alpine Foxling, and then what was the other one? I think it was actually a Bone Serpent. What might I use instead of a Bone Serpent? But this is what I would use to counter if you're running into a ton of darkness teams. I mean, obviously you'll do pretty well if you're running a rabbit, but then you just have not so very much. You don't have very much you can do against a bunch of humanoids. So this is a better team. What else might I use? This is what I use to counter the Dread Hatchling, Bone Serpent, Phosphor Rat. Vengeful Porcupet's also good, but not that good. Let's see, are there any mechanicals that would fit in well with this team? Mechanicals or elementals? Ooh, elementals. Oh, that's why I created this team. Wickedly fast. That's a pretty strong pet to throw it together with these teams, with these pets. Oh, strong versus no, I don't care about that. I want just an elemental. Obviously, Nightshade Sproutling would be okay. I'm not sold. I'm not sold. Huh. I'll think about it. Let's go back to a fun team. Let's just do this. Let's do this. And throw on a fun pet to replace the Restless Shadeling. Want a pet with a dodge. How does Bunkers synergize with this team? Takes care of beasts. This seems like a really fun team, actually. Bunkers is a super high tier 2 pet. He would be tier 1 if there weren't so many ridiculously strong undeads in the meta. So he could possibly be tier 1 next expansion. And he's pretty good if you pair him with either a critter or an aquatic, because they can counter those undeads. Alrighty, well, we have an AoE team, so you never know how that's going to turn out. I have pretty low health pets, especially the Fell Spider, so... I think I'm going to bring in the Fell Spider. Throw up a Brittle Webbing so that his AoE will really punish him. I don't understand why people do that. Like, you're not accomplishing anything. I guess I can swap, but I don't wanna. Oh well, I mean, I may as well since I'm stunned. Be terrific if he stays in and goes toe-to-toe with my Leviathan hatchling with brittle webbing up on him, but of course he's not that dumb. Alrighty, this is what I wanted to do, was to bring in the Fell Spider, throw up a brittle webbing. He's going to activate my racial for sure here, and I'm going to hit him with a puncture wound. I'm actually going to kill him with a puncture wound here before he can get out any more AoE. Nicely done, Webster. You're too good. I don't think he expected that to happen for a second. That was pretty funny. I'm going to go ahead and throw up the Poison Fang in case he goes under here. I care more about that than the brittle webbing. And he has AoE on his team, so I am going to... Oh, I think he'll go under. I'm just going to go for another Poison Fang, honestly. Because I think he dodges brittle webbing while he's underneath. Actually, I kind of wish now in retrospect that I had tried it. But I want to win, and this is a good team if it's played well. I'm going to throw out a Primal Cry. He's going to go for that Super Bark, so I should be able to kill him here. If I don't kill him, he's going to die while he's underneath, which is still pretty good. Yeah, I got him. Nice high-hitting tail slap. That was really, really high. Good job, Levi. So here is a Poison Spit. There's a stun. That's so awkward. Why would you do that? Oh, hey. Well, this is a win. Let's go for tail slap. Cool, got him. I'm surprised he didn't use his Grave Destruction earlier. Oh, I don't know. I'm actually surprised I survived all those skull tosses on my aquatic. Even though they do weak damage, they still can hit pretty high. So I must have gotten a lot of low hit skull tosses. Sweet. Alrighty. Well, that was perfect. That was perfect to choose a pet with dodge. As it turns out, that was exactly what I needed. It was just something to avoid that undead round. And these two pets just soloed at that AoE team. Had some good RNG there, getting some high-hitting tail slaps. What else did I have going for me? That Fell Spider versus the Mechanical. I don't think he expected that to happen at all. But I actually expected him to open with the Mechanical, and that was what I was expecting to. That was what I was intending to do in the opener, was to throw up the brittle webbing. His AoE's just gonna chunk his health down. Throw up a Poison Fang, or maybe Poison Fang. Yeah, I'd probably throw up a Poison Fang, then brittle webbing, and then Puncture Wound will actually kill him because my racial has been activated. So that was fun, actually. I might just save that team as this for now. I'm still trying to find that perfect pet to synergize with these two pets. But Bonkers, I don't know. Bonkers is doing pretty good here with them so far. I mean, hey, he's a flawless. He's undefeated so far with these two. Alrighty, well that was a fun quick 5 battles. I'll go ahead and end the video here. But thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next video.